Hello and welcome back. So in this part we're going to just finish off with this central block section there. And I think we're almost done then with the actual initial room. So I'm going to come down to floor glazing. I'm going to hit the M key. Let's go over to the shaded tree just so we can see. I'm going to put in here central stonework. Okay. I'm going to turn off filter on selection for the minute just so I can see all the materials in the scene. I'm going to open stone block, which is the material for the walls and the floor, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete the new material out of central stonework, and I'm going to duplicate the material in stone block, and I'm just going to drag that in just so I know all the parameters like the specular amount and reflection amounts are the same between the two. Okay, we're going to add an image, but I'm going to use the clip browser instead of load image, because basically I'm going to use an image which is already within the scene. So I'm going to bring in my stone, the same stone image that was on the actual the floor and the walls. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change it a bit just to break it up a bit. Let's go over to the texture locator. I'm going to rotate this one 90 degrees, and I'm going to put my sizes in. I've got 4 meters, 1 meter, and 2.07. I just put it in the 2 meters. I just sort of cut it a little bit more, just so there's a small bit of grout. But you can play around with that. You can see as you pull it in and out. You can see. So basically, I'm just moving this little grouts basically at the edge here, and that corresponds in my case to 2.07. The projection type is cubic. And then you can use the Z position just to sort of pull it back. So I wanted a bit more dark of that material in there, so I was just playing around with it, and 34 meters just to bring it in. Okay, now what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to duplicate, create an instance, sorry, of that diffuse layer there. I'm going to come over to texture layers. I'm going to change this to the bump image, and change the channel to bump as well. The only other thing we need to do is in the actual gamma for the material, and just to change that. So that'll leave like a nice sort of separation between the two halves. Okay, so that's all the surfacing done. I'm going to put a little rose petal now on the floor, and we can either do that using layout and paint mesh, and then you can just sort of basically pick a mesh and just paint away, but we're not going to put that many down, so I'm just going to do them using I'm just going to instance them and move them by hand just for my purposes. So when we come back in the next part, we'll do the rose petals, and then we'll move on to the actual final rendering. So bye for now.